This is unit number 5. The title of unit number 5 is Probability of Default, Credit Ratings, Transaction Matrix Analysis, and Cross Currency Risk Analysis. So this is all about PD. PD stands for Probability of Default. Okay. And these are all topics belongs to unit number 5. So today we will start our last unit, that is number 5. Probability of default. Default probability or probability of default. In short form, PD. It is known as likelihood that a borrower will fail to pay back a debt. Means whenever amount is given as a loan to borrower, that borrower will fail to pay EMI. There we call as a probability of default. Default means unable to pay. Default means unable to pay a loan. So in case of individual, a score is used to gauge credit risk. Nowadays in a bank, banks are also measures score of a person who is asking for credit card or who is asking for any kind of loan. So bank also measures a particular score. Do you know what is the name of their score? What bank measures? Which kind of score?
So credit score.
Credit score. Should be given loan or not? So that kind of score, credit score. And there are some values, and that differs from bank to bank. If that value, if it is lesser to that, then in that case, no loan will be given to that person. For businesses, probability of default is reflected in credit ratings. And in case of business, if you are giving loan for business purpose, so that is being reflected in credit ratings. Now the next line, assess the likelihood of default at that point of time. Assess the likelihood of default at that point in time. So we need to assess chances of default. Then how many times a person or business become defaulter in making EMI. So that thing can be assessed. Sometimes what happens, suppose if a business or person has taken loan from a bank or maybe any financial institution. So initial month, a person or business may be default, but later on, a person or business may be regular in making payment. So in that case, we can say earlier this individual or company was defaulter, their score, credit score, and time to time. Or vice versa. Initially, business or individual, they pay their EMI at a very regular time, but later on, maybe because of their some financial issues, or maybe their attitude, a person or business become defaulter. So that may also happen, either initial stage or at the later stage. But the note point here, you need to note one point over here, that no company or a person should default in making payment. Because even if you miss one installment, that hampers on your credit score. Your credit score immediately it goes down. And in that case, suppose if you are again going for loan with some other bank, so that bank will come to know that you were a defaulter with the earlier bank. So the next bank may not sanction you loan. So these are some consequences associated with default cases. Never ever. And remember one thing, if you are using credit card, so some people, maybe because of their negligence, actually it is not their attitude to not to pay yeah, say installment to the credit card company, but because of their negligence, sometimes the installment is being missed by them. But this missing installment that immediately affects on the credit score of that particular person. So always remember, we should not miss out any EMI against credit card. If you have taken, if you have purchased something on by using credit card or maybe some electronic things, never ever you should miss their EMI. If you miss EMI, as I told you, credit score gets immediately down because of this non-payment. So basically this PD, which is likelihood that borrower will fail to pay back a debt. Now let's know about credit rating. Now what is measurement of a person or a finance and past repayment histories. Credit rating is a measurement of a person or a business entity's ability to repay a financial obligation based on income and past repayment histories. Now here we will talk about the business. Now suppose a particular business, if going for seeking loan from a financial institution, so the financial institution they ask financial statement of a previous year, maybe last 3-4 years, generally 3 years, last 3 years financial statement, like profit and loss account and balance sheet. And if they have taken loan from some other bank, from that bank, payment repayment history, or maybe they will ask to produce no due certificate from previous financial institution. Now, if previous financial institution, if they have received their amount on a regular basis, so definitely they will issue certificate to that organization about no dues. Or suppose the company has taken loan from earlier financial institution, but they have missed some EMIs, and those missing EMI will indicate receivable due from that organization. And such receivable due certificate, if you are submitting to the next financial institution, in that case, next financial institution at any time, they will not sanction loan to this organization. They will not sanction. And why they are not sanctioning? Because it indicates that this company has default EMIs, this company having liability of earlier financial organization. So same thing maybe happen with next financial institution. So the next financial institution become cautious by not to sanction loan to this kind of organization. So this is one thing that next financial institution may ask for no due certificate, or other thing they will ask for profit and loss account statement. On the basis of profit and loss account statement, financial institution will assess the capability of making repayment of a loan capability. And what is the capability? What is the factor which indicates capability of organization? Can you answer? Which factor? Which factor indicates the capability of organization? Which factor? Which item indicates capability of organization? Of
Sir, credit score.
that is a net profit of a company. Net profit.
Okay, net profit. Sorry, sir.
Profit and loss account. Through profit and loss account, they will go through the amount of net profit. If net profit is sufficient enough, because net profit, it is the figure which company have already paid their direct expenses as well as indirect expenses, and then the remaining amount, it is known as net profit. So after meeting all expenses, net profit is being calculated, and that net profit, it is one of the measure that company is having capability to repay a new loan. So that thing will be checked out. Okay. And second paragraph, look at here, usually expressed as a credit score. So on the basis of net profit, this financial institution will calculate credit score. Then banks and lenders use credit rating as one of the factor to determine whether to lend money or not. As you said just now, credit score. So this credit score is based on the income of company as well as previous loan history of company. On that basis, credit score is calculated. And if your credit score is higher one, then new financial institution will not hesitate to sanction loan to such organization. So definitely they will sanction loan to this kind of organization. Yes, can you see PPT?
Yes, sir.
Now, the next paragraph, that is third paragraph, a score or grade that a company or organization gives to a possible borrower, and that indicates how likely the borrower is to repay a loan. So such score is being given to the possible borrower, means the next borrower, and that indicates how likely the borrower is to repay a loan. And on the basis of that, financial institution will come to know that how borrower will repay a loan. And even in ratio, there is one ratio, and that ratio type of in ratio analysis, one ratio is being calculated which indicates the capability of organization, which indicates capability of organization. That is known as DSCR. DSCR stand for debt service coverage ratio. Yes, DSCR, debt service coverage ratio. That is also being calculated in order to know the capability of organization, debt service coverage ratio. And that ratio value, it should be between 2 to 3. The value should be between 2 to 3. The value, it should be between 2 to 3. And if it is not matching between 2 to 3, then financial organization understand that this particular company is not capable enough to pay our loan. So DSCR is also one of the ratio which measures credit score. And on the basis of that, if your DSCR is good enough, then definitely company gets loan from financial institution. Now, again, in respect of credit rating, now here we are talking all about loan, but sometimes there are companies who are collecting money from investor in the form of bond, and there are some instruments like say one is bond, then the another one is debenture bond. So whenever company collects amount from investor in the form of debenture or bonds, so such company will have to evaluate their performance through agency. And there are some agencies in India who are conducting assessment of a company, and on the basis of assessment of company, they give some what we say symbol to such companies, and that symbol indicates. Now there are symbols that we will discuss. What are those symbols? But there are companies, but that company are giving rating for that particular instrument and not for a company. Please understand. That is the rating for instrument and not for company. Now similarly, even in colleges nowadays, rating is given by NAC and NBA. You might have heard NAC. Have you heard NAC? NAC, by the way. ऐकलं का NAC शब्द, which is also gives rating to the colleges. ऐकलं का NAC?
Yes, sir.
So NAC and NBA, what is their job? To rate a particular college, particular course.
Grade.
Grade, correct, grade. To give a rating on the basis of grade. Now say A plus, B plus, then B plus plus, C. If C grade if given, then that college or institute, which is average one, which is average. D indicates poor. So such colleges, if those who are having D grade, then students as well as staff member, they are made cautious that before you take admission to this institute or college, make sure that you are going into the very poor college. So that kind of grading or rating, which is given by NAC and NBA. Similarly, companies who are collecting money from investor in the form of debenture or a bond, such company are also doing their assessment with credit rating companies. And there are some credit rating companies we have in India, like say CRISIL, CARE. Let's know about that. What is that company? But have you understood what is credit rating? What is credit rating? Now let me give the example. Now we all are see movies in theater. So generally, new movies are released on Friday. All new movies are released on Friday, and maybe on Saturday or Sunday, the new films which are being released in theater, they are being assessed and they are also given some rating, like say 2-star, 3-star. Have you observed such kind of ratings are given for film also, movie? Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
2-star, 3-star, that kind of rating is given for movie also. What it indicates? 2-star, 3-star, 1-star. What it indicates? If 1-star is given for movie, what is the meaning of 1-star? Can you share me? What is the meaning of 1-star?
A poor response.
That is the poor movie. So audience will be cautious that whether to watch this movie or not to watch. And if you are still wasting your money, then go to theater. But if you want to save your money, then such film should not be watched. Those are having 1-star rating. So the movies who are having 3-star, 3.5-star, so such movies are a super duper hit, and then people, they also refer audience, those who are choosy audience, they refer a rating of movie, and then only they decide whether to watch that movie or not to watch. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, nowadays, this rating is being offered in a different way. As I told you, in case of movie, there is a star. In case of a TV program, for TV program also, rating is given. Now, how do they assess rating of a particular episode? There are several episodes are there, maybe Big Boss or some Hindi Marathi serials which are being telecasted in different channels. So on the basis of viewer, how many viewers are watching that particular channel? So that number is being counted and on the basis of that count, that particular channel or episodes, whether it is popular one or not popular, which is being indicated through this rating. We call, in case of TV, I don't remember that word, but there is a particular word for television. But I guess number of viewers are being counted, number of viewers, how many people are watching that particular program. On the basis of that, rating is given to the episodes and channel. Now, let's know which are the companies we have in India who are giving this credit rating. So let's know about that. Who are giving credit rating? But have you understood what is credit rating? Have you understood what is credit rating?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's know top credit rating agencies in India. So, CRISIL long form is Credit Rating Information Services of India Limited. This is one of the company we have in India who conducts assessment of a company, and on the basis of assessment of company, they rate to that particular instrument. Again, I am repeating, it is rating is not for company, but the rating is for instrument. Rating is for instrument. Now, again, let me give the example. Now, suppose movies are also given a rating. Am I correct? Movies, Hindi movie or English movie, they are also being given rating. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, as we discussed. So this rating is for movie or theater? Rating is for movie or theater? Can you answer me?
Movie.
Movie and not for theater, correct? Theater, there is no rating for theater. Rating for movie. Similarly, CRISIL does rating for instrument and not for company. That particular company, whatever instruments they are issuing, maybe instrument may be debenture or instrument may be bond. So either bond or debenture will be rated and not company. Are you getting me? Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Now another company we have India, that is ICRA Limited. Then there is also one more company, CARE. Short form is CARE. CARE stand for Credit Analysis and Research Limited. CARE. Then there is a BWR, that is Brickwork Ratings. But these first three companies, CRISIL, ICRA and CARE, these are top rating agencies we have in India. Say from the examination point of view, you may be asked short note on credit rating agencies. If you are asked question on credit rating agencies, please do mention the name of these companies: CRISIL, ICRA and CARE and BWR.
सर आईसीआर का फुल फॉर्म क्या है?
ICRA ना, that is Investment and Credit Rating Association. Investment and Credit Rating Association, ICRA Limited. Investment and Credit Rating Association Limited. Then the last company, that is India Rating and Research Private Limited. And there is also one more SMERA, SMERA. SMERA stands for Small and Medium Enterprises Rating Agencies of India. So this SMERA particularly for small and medium companies. And this CRISIL and ICRA and CARE, which are conducting a rating for corporate big companies, because they also charge a huge amount of fees. Now, whenever credit rating agencies does assessment of a company, for that assessment, they charge to the company. Company will have to pay commission to this organization. So on the basis of commission, they perform their job. Now, these are the authorized company. They have got the license from government. They have got a very expert team who conducts, who are having sufficient knowledge that how to assess company's performance. They give some rating to that instrument. Now, what are those rating? Rating say AAA, AAA, AAA. If AAA rating is there, it indicates that highest safety, highest safety. Then AA, AA. Then it is, it indicates safety. AAA indicates highest safety. AA indicates safety. Then triple B, B for Bombay, triple B. Triple B, the meaning is moderate, moderate company. So are you getting the difference between moderate and highest safety? Are the same or different?
So different.
Different. Moderate means not bad and not good. It is in between, moderate. Then there is also rating that is triple C, triple C. If triple C rating is there, then it is the average company, average company. So if triple C rating is come, and if you are an investor and you want to make investment in company, so you have to refer what is the rating of this particular company. If there is a triple C, then you have to decide whether to make investment in this company or not to make. So it is your decision. This CRISIL or ICRA will not force you to make investment. They will just give you the signal. This is the rating. Now you decide whether to invest in this company or not to invest. So it is your decision. Credit rating agency will not force you. Please do remember. And if credit rating agency has given symbol, say AAA, then it indicates that the company is very safe. There is a highest safety. So actually, normally people, they want to make sure that whether company is safe in making investment or not. If there is AAA, definitely people will invest in such company. And the last symbol, that is D. If there is a D symbol, then in making bond or symbols are being given through these rating agencies. And rating agencies are CRISIL, ICRA, Investment and Credit Rating Association, then Credit Analysis and Research Limited, CARE, BWR, that is Brickwork Ratings, then India Rating and Research Private Limited, and SMERA, which is for Small and Medium Enterprises Rating Agencies. The next one is transaction matrix analysis. Now, what is this transaction matrix analysis? Transaction matrix analysis, financial accounting matrix or transaction matrix is novel way to describe financial stock dynamics, both for model construction and data analysis. So whenever we construct any model, mathematical model, or maybe data analysis model, that cleanly integrates with social accounting metrics formalism for describing financial flows. So that you need to develop the matrix of that particular flow, financial flow. Generally, the financial flow, which is been estimated for 5 years, generally for 5 years. So if 5 years indicates that stable financial flow, there is a stable financial flow. So such companies, we can analyze that the company is having stability in earning money, and there is no harm to make investment such companies, vice versa. While calculating financial flows of last 5 years, and if you see that there are a lot of fluctuation, first year, second year, again going down, third year, again it is going down, and fourth year, a little bit up, and fifth year stable. So here the graph is up and down and stable. So there you have to take decision, because the metrics of this particular organization, there are ups and down. There are ups and down. So such company should be avoided making investment in the form of bond or say debenture, because one never know whether the company will pay back to you or not. And if company unable to pay your money, then it will be, there will be your loss as an investor. That loss will be with of investor. So such company should be avoided. So this is all about transaction matrix analysis. Then as we have seen in the first slide, that after transaction matrix analysis, cross currency risk analysis. Now what it is, cross currency risk analysis, what it is. Now, as you know that currency risk commonly referred to as exchange rate risk. So if you remember, in last semester we have learned international finance. If you remember, there we have seen the exchange rate between say Indian rupee to dollar, Indian rupee to say euro, Indian rupee to yen, and so on. So if you are observing rupees to dollar conversion rate, so when we were studying international finance subject, that time rupees to dollar, the rate was about 70 to 71 rupees. And today, anybody knows what is the exchange rate? Rupees to dollar. When we were learning international finance, that time it was 70 to 71 rupees. Today, what is the rate? Anyone has latest update? Yes, please. What is the rate today we have? It is almost 78 rupees. If you want to buy $1, you need to pay 78 rupees for $1. Just 2 months back, the rate was 70 rupees. Now, after 2 months, it is 78 rupees. So almost dollar has been increased by 8 rupees within 2 months. So every month 4 rupees. That average, we can I can say that average is 4 rupees. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And here is the risk which is associated with exchange rate risk also. Now, continue this line. Arises from the change in price of one currency to in relation to another. As I give the example, one currency, that is our Indian rupee, and the other currency is dollar. So here there is a relation between dollar and rupees. What is the relation? $1 equals to 78 rupees. So that is a direct quote. There are two type of quote, direct quote and indirect quote. So here we are checking direct quote. investors or companies that have assets or business operations across national borders are exposed to currency risk. Companies who are having their business in the rest of the world other than their own country, such company, they are exposed with currency risk. Now suppose IT companies, generally IT company, they have their offices in different countries, like say if USA based company, Google company belongs to which country? Google, Microsoft, Google company belongs to which country? Yes, Microsoft, Google, these are the IT companies belongs to which country? कुठल्या देशाच्या आहेत त्या कंपन्या? Google, Microsoft. Hello, am I audible? Hello, hello.
Yes,
कुठल्या देशाच्या कंपन्या? Google आणि Microsoft,
American,
American. And Infosys,
American,
Infosys, Infosys कुठल्या देशाची आहे? Infosys,
India,
India. So Infosys, which belongs to India, and Google, Microsoft belongs to the America. Now our Infosys company, though it is Indian company, so they have offices in India as well as they have also opened their offices in outside India, like in Japan, America, England. Infosys, they have their offices. Similarly, Google, which belongs to America, and Microsoft also belongs to America, but they also have offices in India. So they are having transactions between America and other countries, maybe Japan, maybe India, maybe Nepal, Bangladesh, and so on. So their currency and dollar. So that way there is a risk, and this risk may create unpredictable profit and losses. As the dollar goes up, then foreign company makes profit, and we lose our money because we belong to the India. Are you getting my example? As the dollar decreases, then Indian company earns profit and foreign company loses it. American company loses it. So that way the profits are hampered because of this currency risk. Because of currency risk, profits are hampered. So this is about currency risk. Now another word is a cross currency. What is this cross currency? It refers to a currency pair or transaction. So there is a pair, like as I told you, Indian rupee and dollar, Indian rupee and say euro, Indian rupee and yen. So currency pair, the US dollar. There is no question of US dollar. We are comparing with maybe yen, we are comparing with pound, sterling. So different currencies, we are comparing with the Indian rupee. So a cross currency, use the US dollar as a contract settlement currency. So they do not use US dollar. What they use? They directly make transaction with that country only. Suppose if there is a transaction between India and Japan, so Japan currency is yen. So the payment will be done in term of yen. Now Japan company, if they have opened their office in India, so they will be making payment in terms of rupees. So that way. So here dollar will not come into the picture. Dollar will not come into this picture. That is known as a cross currency. Now remaining next part we will see in the next session, and maybe next session maybe a last for our risk management. So in that session, we will complete our remaining part of unit number 5, and then remaining time we will utilize for revision of all 5 units tomorrow. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then now today we'll stop here. Tomorrow we will continue remaining part of unit number 5, and then we will discuss revision of all 5 units. Once we complete unit number 5, then again we will have some revision, quick revision. And in case if you are having doubt, tomorrow in the session you can discuss with me. So let us stop today over here. Thank you all for attending session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.